Welcome to John Lab Pulse in my collection room. Bear with me, I'm getting used to it, holding my camera right, and I'm just holding it and just going willy-nilly. I do have a small tripod. I got a Five Below. It has a light, and you can plug it in. It's pretty bright. But I'm just sitting in my room, in my collection room, giving you something to look at so I'm not making you all dizzy and airsick. I was just wanting to explain what's my damage? Like what did I do this to myself? My earliest, you can even see him on the shelf right there, is a John Blackstar. That was my first. I remember him just before Motu. I had John Blackstar, the bad guy, and some of the little goblins and that yellow werewolf dude. Had them, got into Motu, was in Motu pretty hard for a couple, 3 years, 4 years. It was mostly Hot Wheels after that. There's cheap and easy, and we didn't have money coming out of our you-know-what. And then I took up Lego. I played with Lego a lot. Anything in my imagination, if I wanted to play with something, I just build it out of Lego. Cars and trucks and race cars and houses. And I drew a lot. Barely at G2 Transformers, barely. I get the random at Christmas. I have one chasing a Wheel Warrior thing. I have one little Dino Rider set. Just one off random, just little boxes of Lego, and I just tear them. I build the thing, and then I just tear it apart, use it for parts. And let's see, got in the Turtles and remote control cars, Tyco remote control cars, and yeah, TMNT was my last I really actually played with. Then 92 was Batman Returns. I completely missed Batman 89. I seen the movie, but no idea the toys. I wanted the toys. I had them. I didn't open them. I just looked at them. I wanted to open them and play with them, and I held off for months. It felt like years, but but I was real careful. I did open them. I was careful opening them. I played with them. I put them back on their card. I had the custom coupe and the Wayne Manor and all the figures. And that was basically my last. That was my last one. I just collected it. Then Batman Forever, I just collected those. And then in 95 and 97, I was in high school. And I had friends that got me back into Star Wars, and they loved Boba Fett. And I thought Boba Fett was kind of overrated, but let's see, where's he at? Yeah, 12-inch Boba Fett. I thought he was overrated. But they got back into Star Wars, and we just built our big brand new Super Walmart, and whenever it was gonna open, I had Power of the Force 2. So I got all the Power of the Force 2, went on vacation, Power of the Force 2, all the figures and all the vehicles, and I was like, whenever I grow up, get my own house, and get my own toy room, I'm gonna display it all and yada yada, like we all did. It's all boxed up. And then I was off of it around 2000s. I got in the cars, Euros, foreign imports, and lowriders. So I was collecting a lot of die-cast lowriders and stuff like that. And I remember going down toy aisles and seeing Legacy and Saga figures on clearance. And I remember real early seeing Motu. Like, oh, Motu, somebody's trying to bring Motu back out. And never really paid no mind. I kind of got off toys for a while, probably till nothing, not even die-cast cars. I wasn't even collecting, couldn't really afford it. 2011, I got a different job, and it required me to be on call, so I couldn't leave town. On call every other week, so I'd get up. This habit, I still get up at 5 or 6 and get me coffee and sit out, listen to the radio. And I was like, well, what's there to do 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning, it's still early. I go garage sales. So I started going to garage sales. I think the first thing I found was like a lunchbox, and I was like, I don't want the stuff I have. I want the stuff I didn't have. I bet I could go out and I could find stuff I didn't have. So that's why I was like, garage sales, auctions. If I'd hit all the garage sales, there's a couple resale shops. Salvation Army, I'd always hit it. I'd find Star Wars figures in there, and I just hit those like every weekend for 6-7 years. Garage sales, auctions, garage sales, auctions. Every one of them, I'd run out of town and go citywide. Some of my best scores were at citywide. So I had the stuff in my room. I had a big glass. Then I wasn't really getting Star Wars. I started getting into the Star Wars vintage Star Wars figures, and started getting on eBay, and I got me a tablet. That was my first thing. Well, first I go to the library and get on the computer there. Then they got me a tablet. And I go to McDonald's, sit out in the parking lot. Then I got me, smartphones and stuff in my room. I had all the big glass hutch, and I had die-cast cars in it. Well, I'd get some Star Wars, and I'd clear out some die-cast cars and put in some Star Wars, and I'd get more Star Wars, and I'd box up some more die-cast cars until it was all Star Wars, and I just was swimming in it, and meantime I was digging out my own stuff and keeping track of it. Go to Walmart, and the prequels came out. I get me a Force Awakens figure and a Jurassic Park figure and every weekend. Then 2020, I was like Legacy and G.I. Joe, was looking at that, and I was like, then like 2 years ago, I'm like, what am I doing? I was like, I'm vintage. So all that stuff's boxed up. Well, there's a little bit Black Series up there, but vintage, and my goals this year, probably droids figures, and I'm still looking at mask. I'm good. Maybe 90s. I like look at the Shadow and Dick Tracy. I still got interest in that. But other than that, that's what I've been doing, and that's what I've been up to since my life. I've had my collection since 2011, and really I hadn't shared it with anybody till what happened in 2020. So please like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate everybody on Twitter. Twitter was my gateway, and Usual Mike Television turned me on to Blue Harvest. And at the time, Blue Harvest was doing lives every day, and I could get on after work and listen, and got to know all them boys, and it's just blown from there. And I just kind of decided one day, I was like, I need to let people know who I am, and I ain't messing around. I'm serious. I'm here to stay. I wouldn't give it up for nothing. So that's me. That's what I am. That's what I do, and there ain't no messing around with it. So videos are usually pickups, then followed shortly after by restoration. So that's usually, I don't go out for the high mint dollar ones. I want that's played with. You gotta take it apart, fix something that's broke, replace parts. That's all I like to do. That's how I play. You don't take something out and look at it. I take it apart, and that's my playing. Sit down at the kitchen table. So that's what I do. Probably do some conventions. I might do some resale shop videos, stuff like that. Toy hunts. I'm not saying I'll be the greatest, but I'm learning slowly. I get used to it. But thanks for watching. Appreciate it. God bless.